I've been struggling with the design on this cup for a while, and I've come to the conclusion that I need to do this as air chasing, or at least this part of the work as an air chasing. My problem was that in filling this with pitch, I couldn't get the backgrounds to go down far enough. So what I've been doing, I took it off the pitch, cleaned it up, and then I began working on it with snarling irons from the inside to strengthen it, and then repoussé tools on the outside to push it into the proper shape. Now, this is a snarling iron here, and it's set up in a vise. Basically what it is a piece of tool steel that I have changed the ends of like this, because this is a hammerhead that will work inside the cup. So the steel was basically a foot long when I started, and then I heated and bent this into a right angle and bent this into an opposite right angle, so we have kind of a Z-shaped, piece of metal. And then the base of the metal goes into the vise, and then the hammerhead part goes right here. And to use it, the way I'll do it is to put the cup on this, and then you strike it on the throat. This transfers vibrations down into the point of the snarling iron and acts like a hammer inside the cup. For this cup and a few other pieces that I've done, I've made different snarling irons with different heads on them. This one has a long head like this that's in a horizontal orientation. This one has another long head in a vertical place. This is a large round one, and then this one that's in the vise right now is kind of a point. It's like a little bullet point, but it is rounded and it's soft. There's also another little tool here that is a little wider and flatter for doing other parts of the cup. So what I'm working on at the moment is these little bosses that are in the design. These are these little round parts here, and what I want to do is push those out. I have already used the horizontal lines to push the columns or the vertical ribs of the cup, and to give it a work-hardened skeleton so that I'll be able to do other parts of the cup. So the way we use it is we put the chosen little boss here, and I'm going to balance it so I can feel where the point of the snarling iron is. And then I'll hold the cup and strike this. And as I'm striking it, I'm moving the cup around to get to all parts of the boss, because this is only hitting a very small area inside the cup, and I want to get the whole boss, sort of pushed out. It's a very subtle kind of thing, but when it builds up, it starts to become very sculptural. Okay, now from here, I'm going to take it to a sandbag and start to push the area down around the back of it. Now I'm sitting at the sandbag that's on my workbench. This is just a linen bag, and it's filled with sand. And this will support the cup while I'm working on it. So the area that we just worked on was this one right here. And I have these chasing tools. These chasing tools have different faces on them. This is sort of a flat, polished surface here that's slightly rectangular. There is a long, thin one like this, which is also polished. Then there's a little teardrop shape that has a point on it for getting into sharp areas, and then there's a smaller teardrop shape, because I have these sharp corners up in here, and I'll need to get to that area with this tool. So I'll start out by hitting the biggest areas with the large tool to try to push that back first. And I keep adjusting the cup so I can watch the reflections as I'm hitting this down. And I can keep turning the cup to get into different areas. Now I'll use the little narrow tool to get on the sides of the boss. And it's all going down. It's going down, not dramatically, but it is already looking more sculptural, as you can see. And I'll use these little points in here to get into this top edge. And I'm going to try to get into that bottom down here a little bit more, a little better. And then you can see how it's been pushed down a bit. And I'll do the same thing in each one of these sections now as I work my design around the cup.